I'm sorry.
Well, we are here at the Suburban Collection Showplace in Novi, Michigan for the NMRA National Convention Train Show. I'm very excited about this. First time, as I've been saying, all week. And the crowd is starting to form, not too bad already, but starting to form. And here we go.
Let's go have some fun.
Got some unique stuff. How you doing? ScaleTrains. Spring Creek.
Oh, yeah.
That's our folks from down our way. That's where I bought my car.
personally, I think there's too much product being produced. There's a lot to choose from. The pie is this big. How many slices are you going to cut it in? Get out of your way here, so.
Well, thank you guys for joining us for the 2025 NMRA National Convention. We made a few announcements today, bringing back the MTH Berkshire. Of course, here it's perfect for Pierre Marquette in C&O, and then we're doing the nickel plate 765 and a few other versions. And then heavyweight passenger cars to go along with those, including 2 new versions of a coach. The original MTH coach wasn't quite correct, so we've tooled a new coach, tooled a diner. And then we announced the next run of GP40s, including Chessie, and then the next run of ES44 Gevos. We're going to wrap up the final 6 of the CSX Heritage Series, so that brings us up to 21 on all the Heritage locomotives, a few new versions of BNSF and some other road names, including CPKC. And then, of course, recently we announced N-Scale AC44 C6Ms. We've got N-Scale Jeep 40s. We've got the N-Scale Trinity 7500 series boxcars. The HO versions, by the way, are just now getting ready to ship. And then we announced the N-Scale silver size as well as the HO, which are previous Fox Valley tooling. So a ton of things going on, lots of new products to share. Check it all out at our website. That's ScaleTrains.com. I want to thank everybody so much for tuning in and give us the opportunity to share today.
Hello, my name's Thomas Garza. I'm owner of Scale Signs. Nice to have you guys here today. Today we're here at the NMRA show, and just want to have you look around on some of the stuff that we got here at Scale Signs. Right now we have over 1,500 different products of Scale Signs, mainly all HO, slowly working on the O scale and the N scale. We specialize in railroad stuff mostly, but we have the general warnings and the stop signs, and we try to do custom work also for people. And if you have something that's custom, we do a little surcharge on changing the signs to what you might need. We have highway signs, so let's say you have a California sign that's a specific number that you want. We're willing to do that for you, and we're here for you. You can check us out at scalesigns.com, and everything on the website is there for you to look at. You might want a cup of coffee because there's a lot of stuff to look at.
I made a new friend here at the train show, Roddy.
Nice to meet you guys.
And Roddy, tell us where you're from.
I am from Lansing, Michigan, and I model Norfolk Southern. It's weird because Canadian National and CSX goes all through there, but I just had a passion for Norfolk Southern. He had Norfolk Southern, and I just had to talk to him about it because, us Norfolk Southern fans and rail fans had to stick together. That's the best part. Norfolk Southern all the way.
That's right. Me and Roddy talked for maybe 45 minutes to an hour, and great conversation. Very knowledgeable young man in his skill. I think he also has some ambition to possibly work for one of the major railroads.
Yep.
He won't say specifically which one.
Yeah, exactly.
But we know what his favorite is. You know, and if you see him out here, if you see him on this video and you're interested in him, he was in a pretty bad accident and he's healing up, but he said once he's healed, he's ready to go. And for all you big railroad companies out there that's looking for young, innovative, and very excited young men to fill your ranks, Roddy is the man.
I appreciate it. That's my passion. I've always loved trains, and I grew up with it. And my uncle came back from the military and got me more into it. And ever since that, I'm a huge rail fan, and I would love to work for the railroad. So that's my passion. Is when I get healed up, would love it.
Thank you, Roddy.
And thank you, man.
Designs with my family. We create three-dimensional railroad art. That's railroad logos, or if you have a freelance railroad, we can also create your logo into stuff like this that's behind me. We also just launched our very first railhead, which is this item right here. They're three-dimensional logo or locomotive art. Everything's made out of MDF. We hand paint everything, hand assemble everything. Railheads have working lights that work off battery power. And we are out of San Angelo, Texas, and you can find us online at www.1810designs.com.
We have Woodland Scenics.
We're Märklin and Trix LGB, and we have all three companies, basically all three lines. Märklin owns LGB and Trix. This gives us 5 scales and 3 different lines. We have a 3-rail line in Märklin HO. We have 2-rail in Trix. We have N gauge, in mini Trix, Z gauge in Märklin, 1 gauge in Märklin, and LGB, which is narrow gauge. Today we're just representing mostly Märklin and Trix and HO. We have some Z and N gauge over on the other table. Also, we have a couple of our nicer models here. We have the Flying Scotsman. We have the new Shay, which is being delivered. We got an advanced model of it, so we got it running around the layout. We have a Unimat ballast tamper, which operates over there in yellow. A Robo crane, which operates. I can get the ballast tamper going for you so you can see it. We also have a lot of US models in the ES44AC and accompanying hopper cars. An operating snowplow at the other end. We're not tamping. Hang on. There goes the ballast tamper now. There we go. Also, I can get the Robo crane moving. Right over here. The snowplow is operating right now also. The blade's turning in the front. So that's about it. We're Märklin here in the U.S. So enjoy the show.
Thank you. Appreciate
circus train. So do you all have stuff here to be purchased?
No, sir. We're strictly on display here.
Okay.
In order to get product quantity of our retailers that are available here.
Okay.
Got it. Well, hello everybody. Curtis Koch here from Broadway Limited. We have some great new samples on the table and a new show announcement here of some new heavyweight passenger cars. You'll see our 5-car set on the layout here making its rounds. We just announced at the show our second production run of heavyweight 5-car sets, and we've actually done some pretty cool things. Not only are we offering them in different paint schemes, but some really cool modifications. So one of the modifications we made is we updated our coach tooling. So now you'll be able to have an accurate representation of the 1947 American Freedom Train. And we also have Chessie Steam Special, New York Central, Reading, Blue Mountain, and Northern, and a few other schemes too. So if you're looking for some passenger cars for steam excursions or for your passenger trains in the 40s and 50s, our heavyweights are a great option for that. We've also got some new samples running around on the table for you to take a look at, including our Class D Shay, our 4-truck Shay. These locomotives are probably our biggest project this year. They're extremely popular, and you're going to want to get your order in at your dealer because these are going to be great models when they come out. And with metal gears on the sides and everything, you're going to be able to really have some great pulling power, and it'll navigate 18-inch radius curves. Right next to the Shay, we've got our late version of the Union Pacific Bull Moose. This is a 2880 steam locomotive. This is part of our brass hybrid series, so you'll see a ton of great details on there. A few plastic parts, meaning just the air pumps, but everything else that you see is either brass or die-cast metal. We really love this locomotive, and it's a big popular locomotive too. So if you haven't gotten your order in with your dealer, make sure you go ahead and do so. We got some other great models, including our SP Daylights out here. We're going to have a second production run of those being announced very soon, so stay tuned for that. Our Pennsylvania Railroad Q2s, we've got Union Pacific FEFs, and we got some new samples of our popular Union Pacific business cars. On the right, you can see the Chicago Northwestern Fox River Theater inspection car, and on the right, you can see the power car number 2066, and it's really cool because both of these cars are currently on the Big Boy excursion that's happening in Colorado right now. So if you want to recreate that excursion, you can get our Big Boy with the accurate details and get these excursion cars, and you'll have an accurate representation of that train as it goes between Cheyenne and Denver. New N-scale wise, for you N-scalers, we've got new E-units, newly tooled road-specific details. We got Santa Fe, Union Pacific, and New York Central. The E7s, E8s, and E9s all have road-specific details and come in many different paint schemes. So check your dealer and get your orders in, because we expect to be sold out of those by the time production comes around. We got our Union Pacific Big Boy for the Conductors Club members, and then we've got some Reading T1s, Y6Bs, and USRA Light Mikados and Pacifics. And then we got a variety of diesels along the far side, including ES44s, AC6000s, SD70 Aces, and F units, and along some Alco diesels as well. So it's a great show here in Novi. We hope that you're able to at least come check us out at some point, or be sure to follow up with us on social media for the latest information of stuff that's coming, because we got a lot of great announcements coming in both HO and N scale. So make sure you stay tuned for that. And thanks so much for coming by and checking us out.
lighted train mirrors that we do a hardwood frame and a glass mirror. We sandblast off the silver off the back of the mirror and then apply color to it, mount a light behind it, and you take it home. They're all handmade right here in the US. So, and we have over 185 different logos and such, and we do custom things for people's businesses or layouts, you know, whatever. So
How can you get in contact with
they can email me at blastedmirror.com, and then or they can call me at area code 734-649-9847, and I'd be happy to talk to them about what we sell here.
Remind me to Baltimore.
I'm fairly new to this, but my friend Jeff Young is an experienced ladder steam enthusiast, and it's his garden and Garden Railway that will serve as our studio for this series. Today we look at some of the repairs and
All right. Hey, I'm Mike Militello from Making Tracks. We're located in Fredericksburg, Virginia, and we also run the Great Scale Model Train Show, commonly known as the Timonium Show. You can reach us online at www.makingtraxtrains.com. Anything else? All right. We're selling Spring Mills Depot flat cars for $5 off for this show, and we normally have everything at a very low price. We carry Otter Valley, Aurora, Prairie Shadows, and a lot of other small manufacturers. Good.
Okay. Hey guys, I'm George from SoundTraxx, and we're here at the National Train Show, and I wanted to take a moment to show you about our Blue Nami decoder. We are really getting a lot of great feedback from the Blue Nami decoder. Now, first thing is the Blue Nami is a full Tsunami 2 decoder, so you get all the benefits, features, sounds, bells and whistles, pun intended, that the Tsunami decoder has. But you also get now the added benefit of being able to operate it either through your NMRA DCC system or now wirelessly direct through your smart device, whether it be a tablet or a phone, Android or Apple. You can download the app for free. You can download it right now from your App Store, whether you're using Google Play or the Apple App Store. And this gives you the benefit of being able to do the best of all worlds. So you can run it on your DCC system, do all your settings and adjustments using the free app and the graphic user interface. So I want to show you a couple of quick little things about the Blue Nami that helps make running your trains, again, a little bit more fun, which is what this is all about, right? So when we operate the Blue Nami, we're going to go ahead and show you, we've got our graphic user interface. Now, when you're talking about DCC, we typically will talk about function buttons. You have to push function 3 for this, function 4 for this, function 10 for this, and you don't always remember what it is. But when I push the function buttons here, you can see now I have a full list of everything that the function buttons are, and they're all labeled so that they're easy to understand. So now no longer do you have to remember what function does what, it's labeled for you. And even if we go here to the next 14 functions, for example, this one here has the number boards. And so when I push number boards, I've renamed it. So now here on the locomotive down below, you can see that my number boards are illuminated here on the side. So I can rename the functions to be whatever I want them to be, so I don't have to remember that FX3 is the number boards turned on with button 24, and then how do I access button 24 on my DCC system. Now the app is free, you can download it right there. You have access to your full throttle, access everything, direction switch and so on. But where Blue Nami really shines is when it comes to setup. We hit our gear, and this is where we can go into the app and we can make setting adjustments. So when it comes to setting the air horn, for example, we go to sound settings, main sounds. No longer do we have to program a CV. We just go to horn. Right now it says it's a Leslie RS3L. We simply click that and there's a full list of all the horns that are preloaded in the decoder, so we can go through and pick. So when we push the Nathan P3 here, it's going to play the sound so that you can hear it and decide, is that the one I want or do I want something different? And it's changing the CV behind the scenes, so you don't need to worry about remembering what CV number and then what values. And then there's the RS3L that we had, so we're going to pick this RS5T, which is actually the prototypical one for this PA. We just simply click OK. Now the app has changed the CVs behind the scenes, and so this gives you access to make all the changes and adjustments to your decoder without having to learn CVs. Now, the other thing is when it comes to running multiple units, consisting through the Blue Nami app is a breeze. With a couple of clicks, you can have a prototypical operation, multiple unit consist with a matter of seconds that sends the headlight, horn, and bell commands to the lead unit, but then all the brakes, everything is sent to all units in the consist depending on where it is. So for more information on this, you can go to SoundTraxx.com, read up about the Blue Nami, but we also have a YouTube channel where you can go to our YouTube channel. We're SoundTraxx DCC, and you can click on the search bar, SoundTraxx Blue Nami consist, and you'll see a few videos that we've done explaining the consisting, and one where I took 6 of my personal units to the Colorado Model Railroad Museum and show you how quick and easy it is to build a consist of 6 locomotives prototypically, and then we take a tour around the layout. So we're here to help you. If you guys have any questions, thoughts, comments, feel free to email us or call us, and we are there. We answer the phone, which I know is hard to do these days. And we're here to help you. We want you to enjoy your hobby, and by innovating with our Blue Nami and other features that SoundTraxx has been known for over the years, we turned 35 as an industry leader this year. So we want you to enjoy your hobby. Feel free to call us or email us. Check out the website. We'll give you any help we need.
Z-scale.
Oh, okay. Well, we are Z-Track Magazine, and we're a distributor for AZL trains as well as the Rokahan Direct Line.
Where are you located?
Oh, we're out of Columbus, Ohio.
another day has come, another show day has ended. Day one of the national show. I actually stayed. They'll be closing up in 10 minutes. The show was from 9 o'clock for participants of the NMRA conference, 10 for the general public until 4 o'clock. It is now 3:50, so in 10 minutes they'll be closing. Great day, great show, met a lot of great people here. And man, this is an awesome experience that, you know, everyone should have an opportunity to do that's in model railroading. So if you haven't had a chance to come out to the national show, put it on your bucket list as something that you must do once in a lifetime. Next year, for us people in the southeastern part of the United States, it'll be down in Chattanooga, Tennessee. So for me, about 4.5 hours, 4-hour drive, which is almost a third of what I drove to come up here. So if everything goes well, life lasts, no issues, hopefully we'll be attending that show also. So until the next time, God bless each and every one of you. We'll probably come back tomorrow, do a quick run through to see, you know, I didn't get to look at any of the layouts that they had in the back or record any layouts. So probably come by in the morning when the show opens up and get a recording of some of the layouts in the back and, you know, hit the road, headed back home. All right, till the next time, guys. I'll see you.